So this week we are excited to be exploring Dublin and we're planning to spend an entire week here. This video is going to highlight 25 things to do around the city.
Dublin is where most trips in Ireland begin, so before seeing the rest of the country, Audrey and I spent a whole week getting to know the capital. When the weather cooperated, we walked around the city, toured Trinity College, and visited the Botanical Gardens. And when it poured rain, as it often does in this part of the world, we just popped into a pub for some Irish stew and a pint of Guinness. The following video will show you a few of the different things to do in Dublin, Ireland. Enjoy!
So today we are back on university grounds, thankfully not as students. We are just visiting Trinity College, Dublin, but the real name of it, listen to this, it's College of the Holy and Undivided Trinity of Queen Elizabeth near Dublin. Quite the mouthful, right? So we've signed up to take a tour. We're going to be visiting the grounds, the library, and also setting eyes on the Book of Kells. Trinity College was founded in 1592 and it is the oldest university in Ireland. The campus is open to visitors interested in touring the grounds, and you'll also get to hear some fascinating stories of famous students, including the likes of Oscar Wilde, Jonathan Swift, and Bram Stoker. So we came all the way out to Fhionnuisce Park on the west end of Dublin because we were told that you can see wild deer here, and we were lucky enough to spot one. So we're like quietly tiptoeing towards it and we were able to see it, and it was so cool.
Been really enjoying this park. It's a great place to get outside the city centre, and it is massive. We've only explored a mere fraction of it. Easily one of the most popular attractions here in Dublin is the Guinness Storehouse, and I've had a friend who's visited here and told me about the experience, and it really is basically just like an experience. You go in and it's almost like a museum. You have all these different interactive rooms, there's interactive multimedia, and at the very top there's a bar where you get a complimentary pint and you have really good panoramic views of the city. The Guinness Storehouse is Dublin's most popular attraction, and it's a must visit for beer lovers. The storehouse covers 7 floors surrounding a glass atrium shaped like a pint of Guinness. Inside you'll find a copy of the 9,000-year lease signed by Arthur Guinness on the brewery site. They won't be going anywhere for a while.
Grafton Street is one of the main shopping areas in Dublin. You're likely to find lots of musicians, buskers, and performers along here, plus you get a good vantage point of the spire. This afternoon we are doing a battle of the drinks. We are ordering 2 different spiked coffees. Sam is getting the Irish coffee and I'm getting the Bailey's coffee, and we're going to see which one's the tastiest. Okay, so what's in your Irish whiskey? Tell us.
Alright, so if you take a look over here, you'll notice that there's cream on the top, and then this is normal coffee, which has been enhanced with sugar, and the secret ingredient here is Jameson whiskey.
Oh yeah! That must be good because you're chugging it.
So good. I mean, I got a big gulp of cream because it is the first sip, but I also really taste a lot of the whiskey, and of course there's a really strong coffee flavor, and the sugar, it's just, it's basically like having a dessert.
So I got a bit of a more feminine drink instead of whiskey. This one has Bailey's cream liqueur. So let's try it. Ooh, you can definitely still taste the alcohol in that. Yeah, this is nice. It's really sweet. Like Sam said about his, it's almost like a dessert in a cup. It's really nice on a cold day. So I'm just gonna keep sipping. So I guess it's time for me to try yours. I have a feeling I'm not going to like it as much because I'm not a huge whiskey fan. But here we go.
Good cream on your lips.
I like mine better for sure. Mine is sweeter. This one is a lot stronger. It's got a kick to it. And and I feel like if I drank this whole thing, I would be tumbling by the time I walked out.
So Bailey's for the win?
Bailey's for the win.
So we're here visiting the Botanical Gardens, which is a great green escape. And what we're really loving about it is because it's slightly outside of the city center, there's hardly anyone, and it's also a free attraction.
The National Botanic Gardens are located a few kilometers north of the city center, and you'll find it's a very tranquil place. The gardens were founded in 1795, and today they hold over 20,000 living plants. Prior to the establishment of the Glasnevin Cemetery, Irish Catholics had no place of their own to bury their dead. This burial ground gave both Irish Catholics and Protestants a place where they could give their dead dignified burial, and it has since become the resting place for people of all religions and non-religions.
Experience Gaelic Games is a place where you can come and try traditional Irish sports like hurling and Gaelic football. It's a fun and unique way to take part in an integral part of Irish culture, and they have programs that cater to groups or independent travelers looking to join a team for the day.
So you can't visit Oscar Wilde's former home because it's being used by the American College, Dublin, but you can come to the park right across the street and see him here for yourself. Number 1 Marion Square is the former home of Oscar Wilde, and if you walk over to the park right across the street, you'll be able to see a statue of Wilde himself.
I'm visiting Jameson Distillery, and what's cool about this place is that you can go inside and there's tours of the distillery. There's also a really cool gift shop, there's a bar, there's a restaurant, so there's a lot to do for just about anyone who's interested in learning about whiskey. Old Jameson Distillery is the original site where Jameson Irish whiskey was distilled until 1971. It is now a visitor center that offers both guided tours and whiskey tastings.
Here in Dublin, and it is lunchtime, so we've tracked down the oldest pub in the whole country. We are here at the Brazen Head, which apparently dates back to 1198. That's like what, 900 years or so that this place has been around? But I mean, obviously not the whole structure is authentic, it's probably just a few bricks and stones. But anyways, it is the oldest in the country and we're here for lunch.
So you've gone for something a little bit more hearty.
Yeah, like this burger is enormous.
Check it out.
It's one of the biggest looking burgers I've had in a while.
Ooh la la.
And these fries, like these are the thickest cut fries. Like look, they're actually thicker than my fingers.
I hope you're planning to share.
I don't know about that. Bar. What kind of makes it unique, aside from it being the oldest pub in all of Ireland, of course, is that there's all these different kinds of rooms. You can eat outside, you can eat inside of the bar, there's a second level up top, and so we checked out most of it.
Sam is exploring his Viking roots.
Well, my roots, I am a Viking.
Nice outfit. Writing my name in a foreign alphabet. So that's a Viking toilet and someone's gassy. So we're now inside a Viking home, and this is how people would have lived and stayed warm. Got a little kitchen / stove happening here.
Instead, the smoke went out.
St. Patrick's was founded in 1191, and it was built in honor of Ireland's patron saint. The cathedral is open to visitors for a small fee. So it's museum time, my favorite time, and Sam is tagging along. So this is the National Museum of Ireland, and we're gonna go in and check it out.
Temple Bar is an area known for its lively nightlife. Located on the south bank of the River Liffey, you'll find all sorts of pubs playing live music once the sun goes down. There's also one pub in Temple Bar called the Temple Bar, but don't let that confuse you.
So what are we up to tonight?
And for some beer.
We're going for some beer, we're going for a pint, and this is Audrey's sister Ashley and friend Raquel. We're gonna go out for a pint. Let's see what the nightlife is like in Dublin. Here's to friends and family in Dublin. Cheers! I'm really excited about lunch today. I'm trying something for the first time called Irish stew, and that consists of mutton, potatoes, and onions, and it's considered to be sort of a peasant type of meal, but considering how cold it is outside, it's been like hovering around the 15-degree mark, and it's been raining a lot. This is the perfect kind of food to help warm us up.
So like Sam was saying, the main ingredients in an Irish stew are usually mutton, potatoes, and onions, but you can get a little bit fancy with the recipe and start adding different vegetables. So what I have here actually has carrots, celery, and a few different herbs and spices. So I can't wait to try that. I'm really hungry. Oh my gosh, that's really nice. Like, it's actually really cold outside. It's been raining all day, so it's really nice to be inside, sitting in a pub, enjoying my stew.
Irish Whiskey Museum covers the story of Irish whiskey through the ages. You can take a guided tour or go straight to their bar for a little whiskey sampling like we did. Here's the part I've been waiting for, time to try my Irish whiskey. That's nice.
Does it burn on the way down?
I better believe it does.
Does it warm you up?
Yes.
Ooh. St. Stephen's Green is a large park located in Dublin city centre. If the weather cooperates, it's a nice place for a picnic.
St. Auden's Gate is a 13th century gate that sits on one of the remaining stretches of the city wall. This would have been once the entrance into the medieval city, and we ended up befriending a puppy!
Dublin Castle has played many roles over its history, ranging from a defensive fortification for the Norman city of Dublin to the setting of presidential inaugurations in modern-day Dublin. It is also open for tours to visitors. The Irish Museum of Modern Art is housed in the Royal Hospital Kilmainham, which dates back to the 17th century. Its collection focuses on modern and contemporary art.
Kilmainham Jail is a former prison where many figures involved in the struggle for Irish independence were held.
If you're in the mood for a scenic walk, we recommend walking along the length of the River Liffey until you reach the Grand Canal. Visiting the St. Michael's Tower. There would have been a huge bell all the way up there, and it would have told to announce mass, funerals, special events, but also if there was a really bad storm and people needed to start praying for their neighbors and anyone who was out at sea. So we have come to the end of our time in Dublin. Tell us, what did you think of the city?
I actually loved it here. I'm really glad that we gave ourselves 8 days to properly explore the city. It allowed us to travel around nice and slow and to delve deep. What I really loved about Dublin is that it's one of the most walkable cities I've ever visited in Europe. We almost did all of our sightseeing on foot, and that's just fantastic. I really enjoyed the pub culture here, drinking Guinness. The people were really friendly, especially at our local pub in Glasnevin. So my one tip for saving money in Dublin is to get a Leap card. It'll help you save money on the bus compared to if you're buying individual fares with cash. So what did you think of Dublin?
Well, I have to be honest, I didn't fall in love with the city right away, but it's definitely the kind of place that grows on you over time. And getting to spend 8 days here, we really got to experience a bit more of the culture and enjoy the pubs and just visit museums and get to know the city a little bit deeper than just what you see on the surface. So we actually had a really great time here and would highly recommend it. And that's a wrap for our time in Dublin. We hope you enjoyed this video and that it gave you a few ideas of what the city has to offer. As always, if you have any other suggestions of fun things to do in Dublin as a visitor, feel free to share them in the comments below. Wishing you happy travels!